Love and light. Welcome back to the channel of Healing and Expansion. Mystic Healing and Tarot by Nina. I'm Nina, and welcome back or welcome to my channel. I'm so happy to have you here. Go ahead and click like, click share, click subscribe, put the notification bell on so that you are up to date with all of the tea for this therapy, that you need in order to get you through these next seasons. So tonight with a expansion message. Like I've mentioned before, being able to trust our intuition is going to be very important for the season that we are currently in and transitioning into. So without further ado, we'll get right into this reading. So the energy cards that I picked for this one, the first one being consciousness, number 17. The frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on all of the multidimensional aspects that show up so that we can include them in our reality. And compassion. The frequency of compassion supports our ability to stand by others without judgment and be the divine mediator between heaven and earth, spirit and matter, so that the unconditional love can flow from source through our heart and into the world. So with this, I wanted to say that I often do music meditations, and when I did this meditation as I was pulling these cards, I got the Drake song, All Me, came up, that's on me. I would do that, but YouTube be having all the copyrights, or else I would have, came into it, but listen to it and catch that vibe if you pick this stone. So with this, I really feel like there's an energy of this consciousness as far as having a consciousness of knowing that you serve a higher purpose, and being able to have compassion for others. I feel like the others that don't understand this purpose or this vision, but also in the sense of part of your purpose is being somebody that is a divine messenger, is somebody who spreads and shares compassion with people, okay? So the energy cards that I got as far as what you need to be embodying, and these are whichever ones resonate, is the first archetype card that I got is the slave, and it says this is someone who surrenders to the power of choice to the divine with complete trust. So someone who is a slave to God, someone who is a slave to the overall master, the creator, okay, and someone who has complete trust. And this trust is very deep because this trust has to do with you proving your true belief in that higher being. Everybody says that they believe in it, but do you believe in it, when times are hard, when things aren't looking good, or when it's time for you to take a big leap of faith? Do you still believe in that, higher being to, serve you at your highest good and be able to, have everything that you need? It's like we say that we do, but then when times come where it's like, okay, can we leave? We question. And so that you have to think, from God's point, why do you question me? That's a problem. Okay, so if you do question, if you have something on your heart that you want to leap on, and if you consider yourself somebody who's a believer of God and trust God, then trust God and believe in God and, make it do what it do. So this other energy that you need to be embodying is rescuer. So like I said before, this is somebody you could be somebody who is a divine worker of God, and God places his workers in all different walks of life, talks of life. So you could be anything from, car salesman to a hairdresser to a bartender, whatever it is, because we need God. We need to be able to get the word of God more places than in church, and God knows that. So that's why we always have those little random coincidences or sightings. So know that, yes, your purpose is, to trust and also be a rescuer, a healer, or messenger. But know that in any career that you're in, that you can do this, that you can exercise that magic in any way, you're going to thrive because that's your gift. Okay, so even if you're, a high school counselor or something like that, if you are somebody who is supposed to be a messenger or somebody who has compassion or, you know, that empath, be that person, because that's going to put you above the rest and like really set you aside from, you know, your peers. This other energy that I have for you to embody is the vampire, and it says this energy makes you aware that someone or something drains your life force. So this is an energy that you need to be embodying as far as knowing and being aware of who and what energies drain you. Because if you, the way that this is looking, you're somebody who is a light worker, a worker of God. So your light, your energy, all of those things are really important. Trust me, I know, okay? Because this is energy work. It's a transfer of energy. There's a lot of energy that goes into, this isn't just pulling cards, it's pulling lots of energies and being able to interpret it, you know what I mean? And it's a big responsibility, okay? Say that part. Okay, now, what you need to know about this message as far as this part of it is I got the 10 of coins and the Fool. These are two really dope cards because the Fool is about the person who is a fool to everyone else, but that person who's willing to look like a fool to everybody else to serve God, okay? This is that person who trusts God, has that trust, that belief, that confidence in the divine source, in the higher power, to go after this 10 of coins right here. And the 10 of coins is everything, okay? It's the security, it's, you know, the love, the happiness, the comfort, you know, it worth it, the payoff, okay? So it's like, this is somebody where it's like, you don't want little things, so you can't make little moves, okay? So it's like you want big things, you like nice things, you want comfort, you got to go after them. And know that the energy that we are, you know, transitioning into definitely is supporting every bit of piece of that, okay? So what you need to be expressing at this time is the first card that I got here is gray, and it says endings are inevitable. So when I got this card, I feel like for some of you guys, there's an ending that needs to be expressed as far as there could be a career or something that maybe you had, I can't think of the word, but I'm channeling. Something, there was a prior engagement or something that you committed to, prior, and it's like things have changed, and so there is a bittersweetness because it's like, for some of you, I feel like this is happy because it's like something that you've manifested, something that you've been waiting for, but at the same time, there's a bittersweetness about it because it's like leaving your comfort zone. But with this, endings are inevitable. It's like, you know, what goes up, what must come down, and you know what I mean? Like this is a time. What I mean by that, because I don't know why I said it at first, and then I heard why I said it. Because this is the underdog season, and so I feel like this could, for some of you guys, this could be you stepping into a position that could maybe step on someone's toes that maybe, you know, you've felt like you had a loyalty or needed to have a loyalty to, and so. And you could even know that you making this move could end something, but it's like, know that the endings are inevitable. When one door closes, another one opens, and so you have to be brave enough to accept. Right here, I didn't even know, but I knew. Accept your path and your purpose, and accept, you know what I mean, the position and the journey that God wants to place you in, and know that, like, you don't have to know everything. I'm trying to get it to show acceptance. You don't have to know everything. You just have to know that you're going to be okay. You just have to know that it's going to be worth it. That's all you have to know. Because sometimes, even though we want to know, knowing and us being human, we fuck it up. Excuse me. We do. We do. So the other thing is that there needs to be an expressing of a recovery. This is something that you've been looking for. I just got two things. This is about recovering as far as asking spirit to show you as far as, you know, where exactly you're supposed to be going as far as recovering, you know what I mean, what's yours. But also, I feel like with this is about you expressing certain things that maybe you get intuitively, and this is something about that expression, it offers a key, but there's all this key, there's some sort of a recovery that comes with it. And I don't know who that hits for, but I don't know. This don't ever be my business. It's your business. The other thing is that you need to be expressing your instincts, okay? So like I was saying before with this is expressing something intuitive, expressing your instinct, maybe expressing something that you felt like was going to happen, or I don't know. It's almost like you got to go back to say something that you saw before. And maybe you try to forget it about that person. I don't know. So what needs to be released and reduced during this transit that we're going into is the first card that I got here is take a break. Life's work, not a season. Get off the treadmill. So you have to also know that one of the most important parts of when we are doing this type of work is that the quiet time is just as important, if not more important, than the actual work, because we have to be able to be in a space where we can get those intuitive downloads to do that recovery, okay? Because I'm getting something like with that recovery card, it's like you could get an intuitive download that helps you with something from the past that you could recover of yours, okay? The other thing here is release being trapped in fear. Release allowing yourself to be stuck in a cycle just because this is all that you know, okay? All that you know hasn't been working for you. It hasn't made you happy. Like, you know what I mean? This has to stop, okay? Reduce you not seeing the light. Reduce the fact that even though you don't see the light at the tunnel, you're not supposed to right now. You're supposed to trust. Remember I was saying that your trust and all that stuff it's being solidified. We're so busy all the time wanting God to prove himself. Can you prove yourself to God, okay? And trust, even when you don't see the light. Trust beyond what your eyes can see. You know what I'm saying? Okay? Also right here with this foundation and achievements, you need to release your attachment to material things when it comes to your foundation, like because there might be certain sacrifices that you need to make during this time, and know that every sacrifice that you make, everything that you let go is going to come back to you tenfold, okay? But the other thing is, being so stuck on a title and an achievement and having such an attachment to it that if you don't get it, you feel like less than. And so anytime that when we want something and that want causes us to feel like if we don't get it, we're less than, you're not going to get it, because God's going to put you in a position to teach you that, you know what I mean? Did you break? Did you die? You know what I mean? Like, we have to be careful of those things, because he'll put you in a position to show you, you know what I mean, just how strong or just how resilient you are, okay? The other thing is reducing or releasing being stuck in the past, being stuck on waiting for somebody from the past, being stuck on your past foundation, your past living situation, because there's a release that needs to be made, because this is causing you to not see the light, okay? And you not seeing the light is causing you to do this all the time. And this is why it's like you need to take a break. You need to let like this cycle, you need to take a break, and really kind of like let this cycle transition and unfold, okay? So what you need to prepare and what we can foreshadow is a release. Okay, so like I was saying before, that this could be like an ending of a job. We said in the beginning, endings are inevitable. So you can expect or foreshadow that there's going to be a release, a sacrifice that is going, and this sacrifice is going to be an oath, an initiation. You accepting this sacrifice shows God everything, okay? And so it's like somebody who's willing to give up everything without anything but that trust to hold on to will get everything. Okay? So what you can with this is protection. So know, like what I said before, anything that you release, anything that you let go is going to come back to you tenfold. Okay? One door has to close in order for another one to open. These steps, this journey, this path is marked, it's protected, it's covered. Okay? Any challenges or anything that you face is only happening for you. It's only to enhance you. It's only to make you stronger, better, wiser. Because this is victory. This is about you coming after your victory. You are on the path of victory. This is why this rest and rejuvenation is important, because this is the calm before the storm, but this is a good storm, because look right here, this is what I got, the storm warning. This is a good storm, and I just got chill bumps. This is number 10. This is a completion, because you're ending one thing, and it's like when they say when it rains, it pours, that cup is going to run it over. Oh my God, I just got like chill bumps. I'm so excited. So also know that there's going to be envy. People are going to be mad. People are going to be mad because some of the things that are going to happen because you took this step, this initiation, is that God is going to work in your favor in such a way that people are going to be like, hey, why are they getting blah, blah, blah? Just because it's none of your business and favor's not fair. That's why. Because you don't know the sacrifices and the work that they were doing internally behind closed doors. That's none of your business, that God saw, who's the most important. That's why. Okay? There's going to be major movement, major action happening in your favor. Things are going to happen quick. There's going to be a down period, not much, and then whoop, period. Okay? And oh my gosh. And this is like with the Fool, because it's like, go listen to that Drake song. Came up with on me. Yeah, you said you were laughing at me. You thought I was a fool when I started out. But now you want to know how I did it. Who's laughing now? Who's laughing now? Oh my God, I love it. So this is the next part that we're getting into is going to be your expansion message. Okay, this is your message for your expansion. So I suggest that you listen very closely. And also, if you haven't, can you go ahead and click the like and the share and the subscribe and the notification bell? Thank you very much. So, okay, so getting into this expansion message. So remember earlier when Nina was saying that, you know what I mean, this is a light worker energy. Well, this card that I pulled here, it says healer. Okay, so there's all different types of healers. It doesn't matter. Sometimes, like, it could be your nail shop lady. You like go into that nail shop lady because she's a healer. It's something in her hands. She just, you know what I mean? It's the way that she does it. It's not even, you know what I'm saying? You know how we have our certain people in certain places that we like to go to, and you don't know why? Like, I had one nail lady, she didn't even do a good job, but now that I think about it, it was her energy, okay? So that healing energy, you have a spiritual gift of healing and a desire to share it with others, okay? So know that you are a vessel that God can use you anywhere that he needs to use you. Just be open and aware of wherever he pushes you to need you, and know that, it's protected, remember? So, also again here, energy healing. So, energy healing, this is something that could be done anywhere. Your energy heals people. When people come around you, they feel better, they feel happy, you know what I mean? They feel lighter. But also you have to be aware of, like I was saying earlier, that with that being said, they're draining you at the same time. So you have to be careful of people who, you know what I'm saying, are energy vampires that are seeking you out for that energy so that they can, you know what I mean, run off and leave you with their bad energy, an exchange of energy. Remember when So the other thing here is I got music. When I pulled this card, now you could have something that has to do with music, but also what I feel like is that one of your connections to the divine, to spirit, is through music. And the specific thing that I got for some of you guys is that you're going to get a message through a song that's in a movie. Some random movie that you're watching or a random song that you hear is going to have a specific message to you. And it could be a song that it's like, this isn't usually something I would listen to, but if the words resonate or if they hit you, allow them to, dissect it, because there's no coincidences. There's no coincidences here in this game. So lesson cards that I have with this expansion message is humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. So know that, like I was saying before, that this is about you taking an initiation, you having an oath, God specifically testing you. And when he does that sometimes, know that God has a sense of humor. So sometimes you might feel like, I kind of feel like you're coming for me. God, I have those moments all the time. And he is. You know what I'm saying? He is coming for you. But in the most loving way possible. You know what I mean? It's all love. So also, so with that, know to focus on the lighter side of life. Allow yourself to be able to see the humor in all situations and be the lighter side of life, okay? The other lesson for you here is patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. So the biggest thing about this trust and this oath and this confidence and this belief that we were speaking of to begin with is that it's not on your time, it's in the divine's time. And it's the full trust that everything happens in the divine timing. Now, you do have to be ready when divine timing comes around, okay? But you can't push it, and you shouldn't try to, because that means you don't trust God. Take heed to that. Let that soak in real deep for you. So, the universe cards that I got for this message, it says Taurus. So this is speaking on your beliefs, the cost of use the most direct way in. The insights to understand with Sagittarius, the wisdom of resulting from the understanding. So this is your beliefs, your wisdom, your beliefs. Remember, I said your beliefs. The cost of your beliefs. Are you willing to release the cost of this job and these, burdens here due to the wisdom of God for that belief? You know what I mean? What are you willing to let go? Resulting from and then the things resulting from that understanding, that belief, that trust, that confidence, okay? This is Sagittarius. Sagittarius is all about wisdom, understanding, but also adventure, okay? And then finally I have Pisces. Spirituality to ultimately experience. Trusting your psychic knowledge of, resulting from the indecision of or about. So this is the wisdom. Remember when I said recovery earlier? See how I love it comes together? When I said that, the resulting from the indecision or about. So this is about the wisdom that comes from, what you gain from when you don't trust that intuition, okay? And so this is an opportunity for you to, again, trust this intuition and take a leap of faith and reap the benefits of what happens, what results in that understanding and in that trust and in that belief. And do this in the most direct way, okay? Show out. Now, finally, for this message, the animal spirit that I have is a scarred beetle spirit, and it says magic works through you. And oh my gosh, it resonates again for this message. And actually, with this book, I love to read the messages. This is a Colette Baron Reed book because her messages always hit, but also I noticed that when I read the message at the end, it kind of confirms everything that I said, and it kind of gives me that whole hashtag need to be known. So, scarred beetle, magic works through you. So in ancient Egypt, the scarred beetle was revered for the creative magic. The spirit reminds us that we can bring forth something extraordinary, seemingly out of thin air. Whenever you let your creativity flow through you, the scarab beetle reminds you that Spirit has given you the gift of infinite potential. You have an ally as you fashion something new or repurpose the old. Recovery. For Spirit co-creates with you, channeling energy through you so that you can feel replenished and revitalized as you make magic through with what is at hand. Now is a time for great optimism, for you can accomplish anything that you desire, and your creative endeavors will come to fruition. Miracles, opportunities, and abundance, love will appear seemingly out of nowhere as you allow Spirit to work through you and magically manifest what you need. Remember when I said favor was a fair? Hello, Nina be knowing, hashtag. Do you doubt your unique inner magic? Are you afraid that you have no originality or creative juices don't flow through you? Perhaps you've mistakenly believe that you are not the creative manifesting type. The scarab beetle spirit's message is that creativity is a living force that comes to all of us from spirit, who wants every person on the planet to manifest magic and co-create the world anew. You are as capable of resilience and innovation as anyone else. If you do what you've always done, you're going to get what you've always got. So draw inspiration into your being and begin to playfully create something new. And do it without any judgment. Creativity and magic are your legacy as an expression of the Creator. So let them flow through you. Okay? So let God use you as His vessel. Trust Him, believe so that you can succeed and expand. I love you so much.